Hello and welcome back, everyone. Or you might be saying, welcome back, Azungu, because I have been gone for nearly a month because I just got married. I am now a married man, and what an amazing experience it is. I can't even begin to say how exciting and how great it's been. But anyway, let us begin. Where we left off, we skipped Bumbly Bazaar because we wanted to, I was in a hurry to go spend time with my fiance, now wife, so we did Dusty Greens because it's a short scenario. But we're going back to where we're supposed to go, Bumbly Bazaar, where the objective is to achieve monthly profit from food, drink, and merchandise sales of at least $1,000. Now these are all open already. I'm going to leave them as they are. When I did this before in OpenRCT2, basically there's a little trick where you can leave all these things turned off to the point that guests get desperate for food and for drink. Like this guy's already nearly halfway there. But when people are desperate enough, they will pay through the nose to satiate their desperate hunger and thirst. But I'm not going to do that. Some people criticized when I did that and said that that's kind of going against the spirit of the game. I mean, to be fair, I can play it however I want, but I want to... The whole point of this series, the Vanilla Challenge, is to kind of adhere to how I feel maybe the game is meant to be played and how you feel it's meant to be played. So I'm going to first of all set these prices to something a little closer to what you'd actually expect at a theme park these days. If only you could get a burger or chicken nuggets for $2. What a world. If only it was that cheap. But no, let's turn all of these up a bit. And we're going to do this the organic way, which is build this park up enough to the point that we generate that $1,000 in stalls sales revenue just by having a big, successful park with enough guests, with enough demand to warrant that kind of sales. So turn all these up, turn this up. And this arrangement is actually suboptimal because in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, the guests, or actually not the guests, the stalls can serve an infinite number of guests at once. So this single chicken nugget stall could, in theory, serve 200 guests per second if they all walk by it at the same time and try to buy from it. So, unlike Planet Coaster and unlike RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, there was no crowdedness mechanic. I mean, I guess there is crowdedness in the game, but it only affects guest happiness. That's all it does. But as far as food stalls, this chicken nugget stall is competing with this pizza stall, which is so silly. But some people said that I should have left him there, so I'm going to leave him there just because, you know, that's what I'm doing here. I'm satisfying the people today. Let's get an info kiosk. There is one exploit that I still feel like I want to do, which is cranking up the price of umbrellas. Although, is it an exploit? Some people criticize doing this and say that that's violating the integrity of the game. Valid opinion. But go to your grocery store, not your grocery store, go to your department store? I don't know, go to Walmart or whatever the international equivalent is and try to buy an umbrella and see how much it costs. You might get one for $10, but it's probably crap quality. My umbrellas are the best quality because they do their job. They keep you dry. As if lower quality umbrellas don't do that. What am I saying? Anyway, we have a very limited set of options to build with. But let's initiate this park the proper way with a merry-go-round. We have our shopping plaza. Let's kind of have a main central plaza right here. And I'll place, I already messed up that palm tree. Let's put this right there. And this right there. Yes. Okie daisy, hunky dory. Let me open this first of all. La 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 la. And I forgot how annoying the paths can be in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 Vanilla. The darn queue lines. They're better than they were in RollerCoaster Tycoon 1. The ones in RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 are annoying. But here it's just mildly infuriating. Let's grab a Spindala. That's not a word. That sounds like a Pokemon. Spindala. What am I saying? Wait, I've boxed myself in. Hold on. I think I wanted to make a kind of a loop around situation here. Yeah, something like that. And let me bridgeify this. No, don't go up. Something like this. There we go. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, entrance and exit. Let's put the entrance by the main plaza to kind of decongest the path, and put the exit over here to funnel guests to areas less traveled. Although that's kind of silly because in practice, oh darn it, I messed this up. In practice, as the park develops, we may end up with a very different arrangement of guests. Arrangement? Not arrangement. Distribution? Why is this testing? Get it open. It doesn't need to test. I think I can get away with $3 for the twist in its honeymoon period. Or it's, well, what, for lack of better words, when it's a new ride, you can do that. Anyway, we have a very limited selection of tools to work with here. Although we do have a hyper twister, but that's for later. We don't want to build that yet. That's too big. In the meantime, oh, river rapids. I'm not going to do king rapids. I'm going to build my own rapids. Thank you very much. I'd like to incorporate it into the river, or at least have it be adjacent to the river. So if I recall, in RollerCoaster Tycoon, Tycoon 2, you don't need to have a long station. You only need to have 2 tiles of station, and then the, what am I saying? The number of boats is determined now by the length of the overall track. So I don't have to worry so much about the length of the station. So, you saw I went up to the wall here, but I prefer not to do that. I prefer to have a bit of space, a little buffer space there. Hold on, just get out of there, tree. How tall can this go? Get out of the way! That's as tall as it can go. Okay, I think it can go to 40, but because this land slopes down, I can't do it there. So I'm just gonna go to 30. Oh, I can't even do that. Fine, 30 feet. Why do I even make it so tall? They don't have to be tall. La la la, la 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 la. Let's actually just have it drop down. I don't want it to be too insane looking. Let's have some rapids, maybe a whirlpool, and a spin around. Oh yes. And pop up a little bit taller this time. And perhaps we could carve into the land a little bit if I grab this. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's go. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Flatten out. There we go. Nifty thrifty. Spiff and jiffy. So, what was I saying? So yeah, I got married. I'm a married man. I've got a beautiful ring on my left ring finger. It was an amazing wedding service. I guess I should take partial credit for that because I kind of planned it out with my fiance. We didn't use a wedding planner or anything professional or expensive like that. Just a very modest, not huge, not small, but not huge wedding in a local church. Well, my local church. So my church has this arrangement where we can use the facility for free. So it may not be as pretty as some professional wedding venues, but it's a lot cheaper. I don't have money shooting out my ears. But it was a very sweet, intimate ceremony. And I even created a song for my wife. And I was so excited to sing it to her, and it came out beautifully. I mean, my performance was a little shaky, literally, because, my voice is shaking a little bit, as it does. But, I don't know, I just to say that this wedding ceremony was amazing, and I am so thrilled to be married to the love of my life. But what this means now is now that we don't have a wedding hanging over my head, I am free to produce as much RollerCoaster Tycoon content and vintage story content as I can. At least within the constraints of my job and the amount of time it takes to edit and all that other stuff. So, here we are. And I expect that now that that's done, we won't have to spend so much time, as I said, doing those things. So, we will hopefully see an increase of upload frequency. No promises, but I expect that to be the case. Of course, there are other complications with married life, like, well, I live in an apartment now with her. It's amazing, but there's also house chores that need to be done, division of labor, and what am I even saying? This is done. Close this. That was about half of my cash. Let us test it. First of all, turn that off. Or actually, no, I think it should be on, but let me turn it down to like 5 seconds. So we get them properly spaced apart. So we don't have them butting up to each other like these two did. Anyway, and we got a photo section, which will, why did I check that? Which will increase the amount of revenue that this generates. And I don't know how much I can charge for this, but I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say $12. And it's so weird, it's been so long since I've recorded that I'm a little out of practice, but I think it's actually going well. Although you may notice the audio sounds a little bit different because, as I said, I am in my new apartment with my wife, and I had to redo the sound treatment. I have 3 custom-built acoustic panels which is basically a wooden frame that I built myself. I cut the wood and everything, and stuffed rock wool insulation into, or mineral wool, I think is another word for it. It's an alternative to fiberglass in insulating homes, but it has incredible acoustic properties and absorbs a very wide frequency of sounds, including bass, which cheap Amazon acoustic foam is basically incapable of doing. So I have 3 of those, 2 of them in front of me and 1 next to me just because I had to hang them on the studs, which in the United States are 16 inches apart from each other, and I built these to be 16 inches wide, so there's gaps. But anyway, I have those hung up, and then I have a bunch of high-density fiber board? I don't know what it's called. Some kind of acoustic panel, which isn't the foam, a little more expensive, a little bit higher end, all around the room, hanging up with command strips, which are basically self-adhesive strips. But I don't know how well it's performing because this is the first time I'm recording a video with it. Actually, oh, here we go, stats, wonderful. The first time I'm recording a video with it in place. So we will see how it turns out, and if I want to switch my microphone to my left side. Basically, I have my microphone is a cardioid recording pattern, which means it detects what's right in front of it and rejects what's on the sides and behind it. So all the articles for acoustics I've seen on Reddit and on Google say to avoid recording in a corner, but that was basically the only option I had based on the way that the bedroom is set up, which is where my recording studio is. So I made do, and I am in fact recording in a corner, contrary to what was advised by the interwebs. But I think it might be okay. Also because the microphone is in the corner, in theory, the cardioid mode rejecting most what's behind it might mean that is the best placement? I don't know. If anyone is an acoustic expert, maybe let me know in the comments if I should rather switch my microphone to my left side, which is closer to the center of the room. But I did put the most acoustic treatment in the corner where my desk is, so anyway. I guess you can't really give me a whole lot of advice unless you see exactly what I'm talking about, so let me just, anyway, focus on this playthrough. How are we doing? We have 174 guests. Our income is looking a little shoddy at the moment, but our ride ticket sales are going up, though. Let's see, what else can we build? We just got a circus, a spiral slide, cool. If we place this right on the edge here, overlooking the river, that might be fun. And I think I can charge $3 for this. Maybe. Let the maximum number of people on the ride. Anyway, yes. What am I doing next? Maybe I should build a roller coaster. I built all of these except the, well, not all of them, but I built the non-tracked ones, minus the circus, minus the maze. And the rollerboats, but I don't know. I built both of these. I don't have bumper boats. I need a lake first because I don't think this river is wide enough to handle it. I don't know what I want to do. But roller coasters do have the biggest impact on the soft guest caps. Let me build a junior coaster. And let me build it perhaps... Well, first of all, how am I going to organize this? I should probably have a path following the river. Maybe on both sides with a bridge or something. Oh, there's a little pool in the river where we could maybe have bumper boats. But anyway, perhaps have a path following the river. Maybe on this side, because then we get more access to the land. I don't want to expand yet, because I don't want to set myself up for failure. Because the guests will just wander off, and when they're wandering around, they're not giving us their money. So we don't want to do that. But basically, yeah, I think we're going to want to expand that way. But this can go right here. Not there. Let me elevate it just a tad. Cool. And I can't see what this roller coaster is going to do because in Vanilla RollerCoaster Tycoon, you cannot have the ghost train test mode of sorts. Woo! Spirals! Whee! I think I can get away with this. And now the neighbors are revving their engines. Thanks for nothing. That is a problem living in an apartment complex, is you have to deal with neighbors. And neighbors, they're not bad. It's not bad to have neighbors. Unless you're a YouTuber trying to record content. Then it's like, turn your engines down. Let me not be an epic rage monster. I think I'm spiraling too much. I need more hills. I am also spiraling in real life, but yes, I need hills because hills, or airtime rather, is what does it for us. Would it be cool if this popped out over the food stalls? Maybe? That doesn't work. Okay, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let me instead... drop here. Although I have less than $1,000 left, so I guess I shouldn't get too carried away with this. Let me put some brakes on here. And return to the station. Very nice, very nice. Let me build this right there. There we go. Your boy Azungu is married. I still can't get over it. I'm so beside myself. I cannot believe I'm a married man. I'm so happy. Anyway, make all you single people jealous. Ha! Take that. Right. I mean, no hard feelings. What am I saying? I'm getting carried away here. Let me turn this up to 12 bucks. It's probably the most I can charge for a junior roller coaster. A brand new one, anyway. People keep telling me to turn the prices down, but who is it helping? It's helping the guests. And the guests are soulless, imaginary, just ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm not going to drown him. But the guests are not real people. I don't need to be concerned with how they feel about the prices. All I need to think about is what wins. Speaking of winning, I need handyman to keep this park clean. Did I miss any spots? No. Okay, we are good. Why is this broken down? Oh. Oh. Go fix it. La la. La da da, la da da, la da da. How are we doing here? Junior roller coaster 1. Let's see. There we go. I forgot to turn this up, but that's fine. We can open it anyway. Oh, hey. Okay, fine. It's gonna test again. Brilliant. In the meantime, stall. Well, we don't really need more stalls, so let me turn that off. Turn that off. We might get the log flume, which is really nice, so we'll leave that on. Transport rides, turn those off. Yeah, this is what we want. We want these 4. And I think we might be able to get away with maximum funding? Well, let me let my park become more profitable first, and then I'll concern myself with that. Ba 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 da 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 ba 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 da da da. Should I color these? I don't know. Complementary colors. It was probably fine the way it was. I like it. I like it. It's better. Where is this done already? No. The lift hill is so slow. Anyway, I'm going to stop whining and start focusing on winning. We are, in fact, turning out a profit despite our struggles. We have all of these stalls. We don't have bathrooms. Yeah, we definitely want bathrooms. And I'm going to charge for them. Woo! Oh, yeah. Because, you know, some people say that I shouldn't charge for my bathrooms, but in Europe, that's a normal thing. Or some parts of Europe, I guess. Let me not generalize. Europe is a big place. Europe is a continent with a ton of countries packed into it. So I guess I shouldn't say, oh, because Europe does it. Let me actually delete this one. I like the other style better. Demolish. La, la. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. This should be done testing now. Nice ratings. All right, open. So yeah, in the previous time I did this scenario, which is nearly 2 years ago, I think, we won in about 40 or so minutes because, as I said, I did the little trick where you turn all the shops and stalls off or closed until, look at this big grin, until they're so desperate. Why is this guy? Hey, buy food. It's like right there, dude. Nicole K. Okay, whatever. But anyway, you turn all the stalls off like this. Boom. I said boom. Boom. They're all closed. And by doing that, the guests, they gradually get more and more desperate until they're willing to pay through the nose. And when you open everything at once, all the guests converge on your shops and stalls at once, and boom, instant victory. So that's what I did, and that's why I finished so fast. But because today I'm doing it the proper way, in quotations, there's no right way to play it. There's you know, I guess if you lose, you played it the wrong way. But there's no one right way to play it. But to satisfy the naysayers, and also because I kind of feel like you're kind of right, it goes against the spirit of the game. We are playing here until we organically reach our monthly profit from shops and stalls. which at the moment, 45 bucks was the best so far. What day is it? 24th? Yeah, so probably about $60 is my guess for the end of the month, because there's only a few days left. So yeah, we've got a ways to go before we reach $1,000 in revenue from shop sales. So yep. Look at this thing churning out cash. Let's go. Let me actually check. How is this doing over here? Will this be faster if I turn this dispatch time down? Let me turn that down to 2 seconds. 9,000 per hour, almost 10,000 per hour, not too shabby. It might be a bit faster now that I've turned up the dispatch interval frequency or whatever. This game is noisy. Not that I'm complaining, I like it noisy. What else could we do? Oh, cash machine, that's important. Let's put it right there. Near the river where it'll get splashed and possibly get fried because it's electronic. Yes. What else can we do? We already have a hat stall. I think we have most of these built already, so I'm gonna leave that as it is. We probably want some benches because there was, well, maybe not benches, I don't see any vomit, but we definitely need garbage cans because our guests are messy slobs throwing their crap everywhere. So let's give them places to throw their crap instead of on my paths, because that's just rude. Now this park, Bumbly Bazaar, is categorized as a challenging park. I wonder if that's because 10% isn't horrible. A decently high interest rate, so since we have a surplus of cash, let me actually turn that down. And we're almost broke. Woo! And as soon as we earn a little more cash, or maybe let's not wait, hey, wrong button. It's better to spend money to make money, so let me take that back actually, and advertise the park. Boom! And advertise our new roller coaster. Boom. Now I'm broke. Ha-ho! But because this is going to draw a lot of guests to the park through advertising, we'll quickly earn that money back, and we'll be set. We have 309 guests. Our park rating is on an upward trend, so not too... Oh! Fried rice noodles. That sounds delicious. What is that? This thing? Fried rice noodles. Here it is. I guess we could build it over here. Da-da-da. Now, let me build another shopping plaza later as the park develops. Do we have balloons yet? Nope, sadly. I have a tradition. For new viewers, my tradition is to spam as many balloon stalls, well, maybe not as many, a lot of balloon stalls. Specifically, all the primary colors, all the secondary colors, plus variants of those colors, like light blue and pink. Sometimes maybe I'll throw white and teal in there as well, just to keep it interesting. But anyway, lots of balloon stalls all over the park, so when I inevitably win, we have a massive balloon release, which is always a lot of fun. That's my tradition, which means I'm going to turn this up, because I want balloons. Maximum funding! Yes, please. Then let's see. We've almost earned back the 1,000 we spent to advertise, so in just a second I'll be able to turn this down. Why is my voice so low? What the heck? I guess I have a wide dynamic... No! We lost it! We lost money! Spent it on something. No, we'll get it back. But anyway, what was I saying? I think I have a wide dynamic range in my voice. Because sometimes I'm like really high-pitched. And other times I can be really deep and bassy. Which I guess is a good thing. It means I can do a lot of things with it. But anyway. What should we do? What should we do? Do we have water theming? Haha! Fountains! Let's go! I love water fountains. We should probably have them built next to our rapids as well. Oh baby, let's go! I put it right by the key of the ATM. I guess it'll be a waterproof ATM. Yeah, we're not gonna fry our bank. Boom! We've paid off $1,000 on the loan, and oh hey, we actually made almost double what I thought we would. $100 in shop sales in May. So I just gotta do 10 times that and we win. So 10 times this quaint little park and we're set to win. Anyway, so I think what we'll want to do is not yet, but we're going to delete that. We're going to expand this way. Maybe kind of have a scenic resting area here. And have a path follow along the edge of the river. And then have another one snake along the side of the river here. But then those will be dead ends, so maybe I should connect to the corner here and make a kind of figure 8. Or just make the path go along all around the perimeter of the park. That's probably the best thing. I'll probably end up doing that as we get more money anyway. But right now, we don't exactly have money shooting out of our ears. But we do, I could close this, have things we have not built yet, such as the maze. I'm going to build us a maze. An amazing maze. Where, the question is where? How about right here? Just for funsies. Right up to the path. You might recognize this song. It's a popular meme song. So for mazes, because guests are utterly incompetent at finding their way around, I like to do, I make it look really busy with lots of turns and whatnot, but it's actually for the most part one way in, one way out, so the guests don't get hopelessly lost. It also improves the throughput of the maze, and then I might add like one dead end somewhere, just, you know, keep it interesting, but, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 by 5 works for me. So yeah, we'll add a dead end right here, just so there's some interest. Maybe, another dead end there? I don't know. Mistakes were made. That was meant to be where... Okay, fine. I guess we have 3 dead ends. Then do this. There we go. All the way around like this. And this is where the entrance will be. And the exit will be there. One way in, one way out. Well, I guess multiple ways through, but anyway. Open for business. We'll turn this up to the maximum and leave this at $1. And being a desert, we probably want something, maybe wooden fences. What about brick? Yeah, the brick looks nice, I guess. Let's go log cabin. Because we're in the desert. Say this is like the frontier. Do we have that style of scenery, though? Yeah, kind of. Something I should have done but forgot to do is if you leave gaps in the maze, you can fill it with scenery. But oh well, give me a break. I think it's been almost a month since I made one of these. Actually, I just looked at my YouTube Studio app, and it's been 24 days since I published my last video. But you don't see this the same time I see it, because I record it, and then I have to edit, and then upload, and then publish it a day or two later. So I guess it is closer to a month by the time you see it. Depending on which month. If you say it's like February, 28 days, then yeah, it's basically a month ago since I uploaded. Hey, we can turn down alone again. Let's go. Have we unlocked anything recently? Or I guess I should click on this. Oh yeah, the ad campaign finished. And the last thing we unlocked was the fried noodles. What are we working on now? Reverse or roller coaster? That's a fun one. Okay then, well, let's restart the ad campaign, so give that money back. Advertise again. Not drinks. Advertise, this time the river rapids. Boom, let's go. And we're almost ready to pay off our loan again. Oh yes. What does the throughput on this look like? $18,000 per hour, let's go. How about this one? Not quite as good. It is a single train, but yep. We're looking good today. Looking good today. Let's see. I'm not going to hover and wait for that to go back up to 1,000. Let me just find something else to do. What can we do? We just built a maze. We don't have a circus yet. Let me add a circus because I neglected to do that. Let's put it right here. Just have to mess up the, oh, there's the reverser roller coaster. Mess up this junk I just placed there. There we go. Hey, open. And I think I'll leave that at the default price. Well, no, maybe I can turn it up to $2. Let's see if people will put up with a little bit of price gouging. A little bit of price gouging never hurt nobody. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Let me see. What am I doing? What is wrong with me? Can this share a tile with the maze? No, it cannot. That's annoying. Oh well. So it has to be built on the outside. And then the overlaps. So you can see the maze through it. So I guess we won't build a shelter over this, because if we did, it would look funny. But I wonder, we put a roof on it? Like a canopy of sorts? If I do, I have to support it somehow. Maybe with this? That's not horrible. Doesn't look like anything's holding it up on the side, though. Well, why can it share tiles with the mine shaft, but not with the maze? That's silly. Like your mum. I mean, hey. Fancy meeting you here. Maybe we could have like a platform up here. There's an idea. Let me do this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing it. And delete these. And the cool thing with this is it actually increases the excitement of the oh dear, I can't do that there. But it increases the excitement of the maze. But what this does is, first of all, it looks like a roof, but it also boosts the stats. Oh, it looks so funky. But what did I do to it? Oh yeah, the excitement looks a lot higher than it should. Let me find another maze for comparison. Like Spiral Hedges, 1.6. This one, 1. Okay, I guess it's not much. It's better, I assume. Or am I supposed to close it first before I get that result? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. What if I close it, just kick everyone out? Ha-ho, you've all been ejected. Take that. Boom! The results didn't change. Ah, never mind. Oh well. But yes, we are working our loan, whittling it down. Let's go free food. Free tentacles, because how else are we going to convince people to eat them? They're delicacies, and we all know the definition of a delicacy is disgusting food we give fancy names to convince tourists to eat it. That's what a delicacy is. Just kidding, I apologize, I didn't mean to offend you and your cultural sensitivities. What is this? We're designing another roller coaster, cool. Although, we can turn this down again. Although we shouldn't, because we gotta advertise again. Okay. Junior roller coaster again. Yes, sirree. And how does our income look like for shops and stalls? Hey, we're getting there. About $200 a month. We're barely halfway through July and we're already at 200. Oh dear. We may not finish this park in time. How much of a loan can I take? This goes up to... Oh, it goes up a lot. To 40,000. Okay. Well, maybe. I want to actually have a park to show for it, so maybe I'm not going to worry so much about the money. We just got to build until we run out. And then, of course, as we say, you got to spend money to make money. Maybe we'll end up paying it off after all. So we're following the river. Maybe I should go right to the edge. Maybe I'll go to here, so we have a bit of space there. We'll have a bridge. I said a bridge! Would it look cooler if I had if I did this? Maybe. It's kind of basic, but whatever. Let's turn. Except that's the wrong spot. Okay, fine. I don't get all my money back for it, darn it. There we go. And connect there. Let's go. Woo! Now we have all this space to connect to. Let me reconnect right here. Beautiful. And now, I think I want to punch out the back of this little shopping plaza. There we go. To follow the river here. Oh yes. Something like this. And, yeah, to there. Good enough. Then here. No, not there. There. Bridge cross. As we do. Beautiful. And I'm not going to try to follow the river again. I'm just going to go all the way to these hills. Or the sand dunes, rather. Sand dunes. Although, this is, if we run out of space, this is space we could build a roller coaster. But I suspect we're not going to run out of space. Not by a long shot. Or maybe what I should do is not for the purpose of exploiting the game, but maybe I should turn my shops and stalls off just to prevent us from winning prematurely, because I want a cool park to show for our efforts. I don't want to win early, so maybe that'll be my excuse. Yes. Yes, that'd be the most perfect and beautiful, attractive excuse. Beautiful. Okay, so we've expanded our layout a little bit. Kind of wonky, but so are you. I mean, so am I. Didn't mean to insult you there. Just randomly insult you for no reason. How? We are so rich. Wow. Just kidding, that's a loan. But we do have some pretty cool roller coasters to play with, so let's build the reverser. I bet I could make one cooler than this. Oh, I like how they do this. It's the station is perpendicular to the layout of the... I'm going to do that. I like that. That's cool. The question is where? Maybe over here, to give people a reason to come out here. So to start with, let's build it over here, a little ways off the ground. Let me see, how tall is this? Height marks on ride tracks. And I think with these, we do want them to have a longer station, because that's the only way that we get, hey, go down. That's the only way we get more trains, or more cars rather. Wooden roller coaster, ho-ho! As soon as I finish this, that's my favorite, my all-time favorite roller coaster type is the woody. Not just because of the aesthetics, but because it's freaking awesome! I like them in real life, because you ride it and you feel like you're about to die. I love that. Why do I love that? Because I'm a masochist, that's why. Ho-ho-ho! Yes, sirree! The last time I was on a wooden roller coaster was, wow, that was back in 2021, when I was on an internship in Houston, a construction internship, and I was at the Kima Boardwalk, and I gotta say, the Boardwalk Bullet is a beast! I mean, it's not even the biggest woody out there, and it's a decent size, don't get me wrong, but it's, ride it with the lights off, you'll know what I'm talking about. Whew! Insane. Utterly insane. Let's go to the ground level here. Will this add lateral Gs? I hope not. I mean, if it does, we can always just remove that little detail. We started at 60. This is a single car, so I imagine we're not going to retain a whole lot of momentum. Let me take it easy here. And of course the neighbors decide to rev their engines. Why wouldn't they? And connect. Nice. Maybe not quite as elegant as whatever was going on here. No, I'd say it's about as nice looking. It only turns around twice though. But anyway, we don't want to spend all of our money though. We want to take up space and make it look big, but it doesn't necessarily have to be enormous. It just has to get the job done. And what are we looking at here? 5 cars? It's not a lot. Maybe we want the station to be longer? I don't know. Can I make this longer? If I do this? Oh, I missed it. Okay, instead, 1 straight piece is a spacer. Station. Now how many? 6. Okay, worth the effort. Test. And whilst testing, we will build our queue line. La da 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 ba ba da 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 da. And just to be, resemble how theme parks actually look, we'll have an absurdly long queue line. I know Tube Cody would be proud of me. Boom. All done. Let's go. Now we just have to hope that I didn't design this incorrectly, because I'm pretty sure these don't have up-stop wheels on them, which means they can fly off the track if we're not careful. Woo! But on the flip side, if they stall, they will slide back and explode. Because, you know, RollerCoaster Tycoon physics, which make a ton of sense. But, yeah, we don't want that to happen. It's barely making it over the crest of that hill, but I assume when it has guests loaded, it'll have a little more inertia? So that shouldn't be a problem, in theory. I hope. No entry, stay out. Stats, please. Oh, let's go. Very nice. Let's turn this up to a respectable $12, and maybe even $14. Let's try that. $14 to rip off my peeps. And we have to wait for this to go up the slow way, because I can't type it in. Unlike, come back. Unlike OpenRCT2. And one of you rightly suggested I should probably put ATMs by the entrances to these, entrances to these roller coasters, because guests tend to run out of money. Although personally I've noticed that they don't tend to use the ATM and then go to the roller coaster. They just, I don't know how the guest algorithm works. It's pretty random, but they just think about it when they think about it. And there's no one writing this. I'm not paying that much to go on River Rapids 1. Okay, fine. We'll drop this down by 33%. $8. See how you like that. Will you pay it? Please? Pretty please. Yay! Someone will pay it. Let's go. What do I do now? Let's decorate this a little bit. Well, first of all, do I like this color scheme? It's nice, I guess, but I want it to stand out. That's way too strong. That's too generic. Have a muted purple color with green. What if this is white with purple and green? Let's switch those. Make this purple and make this green. That's not the shade I want. That kind of works, I guess. And make the cars red. Oh, baby. We have ourselves a toxic serpent on our head. On our head. On our hand. On our hands. Wow. I am failing at English here. Copperhead. Wait, is that even a snake that you find in the western United States? Let's call it Diamondback. Diamondback is a rattlesnake. A dangerous and deadly one. Yeah. I have no idea what the color scheme is, so I just did this. Actually, I might like that better, actually. But it blends in with the ground, though. Back to the dirty shade of brown we had before. Or what about tan? That's even worse. Oh gosh, no. What is this hideous thing I'm looking at? Black? Hey, that might be our solution. I don't know what diamond blacks look like, but this works. The tidiest park in the country. Nice! Our 3 handymen are working hard. They are on point. Anyway, magic carpet. Magic carpet. Yes! Magic carpet. Let me show you a sample. Literally, what am I smoking? If you don't know what that is, that's a Bugs Bunny reference, or excuse me, Looney Tunes reference. It's been a long couple weeks. My wife and I, we went to Yosemite National Park for our honeymoon. It was amazing. Incredible views. What a great time. But to say I'm tired is an understatement. I mean, I'm sleeping well, but just tired. Long-term fatigue from the wedding and then immediately jumping on a plane and flying to California, and it's been a good time, but I'm a little behind on things mentally, I think. Need some time to sit down and play a video game and record it for y'all's enjoyment. Are people riding all of my flat rides, or are these too expensive? Still riding this, still riding this. Oh, goody. And the Diamondback is popular. That's good to see. I still have all this cash left over. Let's see, how are we looking with this? $300, oh gosh, $400 in July. I may need to switch some things off to prevent us from winning prematurely. I don't want to win prematurely. Let me see. Let's build a Colossal Woody at this corner. Over here. A Colossal Woody, I say. Let's build it back here-ish. That's 20 feet up, right? No, that's 15. Okay. There we go. 20 feet up. And I don't know how long of a train we get, so let me quickly test by doing this. 2 trains of 6? Can I make this longer? No, I think that's a limit. Okay. I guess I didn't need to do that, did I? Oh, snap. Maybe I shouldn't have turned this up. Maybe I shouldn't have, because we're going to suddenly win by mistake. Turn that down. No. No. Don't make me win, please. I act like I don't know if I've ever actually done this. Turned this down on purpose to not win. Anyway, I wish I could click on this and just type it in, but I have to do this a slow way. All the way down to, I don't know, $3, whatever. Anyway, back to this. Can I delete this and still get 2 trains? Nope, I need that separate. Or actually, no, let me actually have this be block sectioned. Wait, why did I do that? Why did I put a chain on there? That's silly. Let's make this a little different. Let's make the lift hill horizontal. Actually, that's $245. Is it cheaper to go straight? Oh my gosh. It is way cheaper. Well, why is it so expensive? Hey. Okay, I guess it's not that expensive. It's because it was tall. Okay, how about we just do a little S-bend of sorts. Right then. We'll make this 80 feet tall. So not colossal, but definitely not small. Get some major airtime on there. $50 to 60 feet tall. I think I want this to be 85 feet tall, actually, because then the bottoms of my hills can make it to the ground. I'm not sure I like what I did, though. Let me instead do something super wide like this. I think I like that marginally better. 85 to 65 feet. There we go. Drop on down. And this right here is the reason why. See this? Where it zeroes out, it's level with the ground. If I had, just to demonstrate, let's go back down to 60. If I did it here, 10 feet. Oh, I can't do that unless I edit the ground, and I didn't want to do that. So, deep to the ground. Hear the sound to the ground. Let's go to 65 feet again. Probably the last time we can do that after this. Well, it was a 20-foot difference, so I guess we should probably be able to do it again. But nah, I'm not going to do it again. No. Well, one more time, whatever. One more time. And then 60 does it too, right? No, it doesn't. What am I talking about? Let's block section here. The block section. Block breaks. Right there. Maybe not? Oh, just pop out right there. But that looks really weird and wiry. I'm not sure I like that. So instead, maybe go steep. That doesn't work. What if I go tight first? There we go. If we cut this here from 65 to 50, that should work out just fine. Why is it so cheerful? I guess that's the point. Make this go a little shallower. That doesn't even work. Hey. if I do this. Yeah, something like that. Let's have some shallow airtime jumps. So we have a lift hill, that's a block section. Then the drop, 1, 2 hills, block section. So this segment might be getting long enough that we should block section again. So we'll be flatten out here. I don't have room to do that, so maybe what we should do... Whoops. Is... Uh-oh, that's a problem. Come up like this. To 45 feet. Or maybe just to 40 feet. I wish... I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Go a little taller. Drop down lower. Aha! This is what I wanted. I wanted to pop out over here. From 65 to 45, that's a 20-foot difference. I think we'll manage. I hope. Not a water splash block breaks. Although, real quick, I need to see if this will actually, you know, work. So let me just reconnect it here. The steps you have to go through without OpenRCT2 helping you. Right. I am testing. Hey! It's gonna make me put a frickin' station on. Okay, what I want to see is if these trains will progress through their sections or if they'll stall. So we'll just have to wait until that gets to the top there. Or I guess, we can wait for this one to progress and see if it makes it there. That's all we really need to see. Come on, baby. Do your thing. Do your thing, I say. Yoo-hoo! Oh, snap. Oh, barely. Barely. Well, I guess what we could do is, break these pieces and put chains on them. But the problem with that, though, is now this is the block section instead of that. But I guess hopefully the game will use whichever one makes more sense. Nah, you know what? It'll be fine. It will be fine, especially when it's loaded with guests and has more inertia. So I think we'll be fine. Let's break these and have a last section, or maybe not the last section, but I don't know. A section to mirror this area. Photo section. In my head I was thinking I want to go follow the course of this, but then it would be too long to return to the station. So I think instead, after this photo section, we're going to want to... That's not going to work. Will this work? Nope, I was afraid of that. Alright. I guess we just do this after all. Whatever. And turn around. $45 to $25, that should work out just fine. We are at the correct height, I think. Let's put some brakes here. Slow us down, and block section. Boom. And this roller coaster is done. And it's not nearly as big as I expected it to be, so I guess we have a lot of space there for another roller coaster? Maybe? Hopefully. Let's build this right here. Why am I talking like that? Oops. Go straight. Now for this one, Nifty thrifty. Alright. Lift hill speed is already maxed out. We have 4 trains. We don't need that many. Let's switch it to 3. Just to keep it safe. No crashing, please. And, right. I think we're set. Let me turn this way up. This is so big and beefy and fast with so many hills and so many things going on. We could probably... I imagine the stats are going to be super high. So probably at least $15, but maybe 16. Let's see. 16. Okay, where did the... Oh, there it is. Let's watch it go. Yee-hoo! I should probably watch the G-forces too. I mean, I'm not worried. I'm pretty experienced building roller coasters, so I'm usually not surprised by smaller roller coasters like this. I say smaller because when you work with stuff like a Twister, Hyper Twister, it gets kind of crazy. But with a Woody like this, I think I know what I'm doing. And I don't think there are any G-forces that'll be too extreme. I think I've built a lot of safety into it, so we should be fine. But all the same, let's watch this, just to be safe. I love how they just barely make it up to their block sections and don't just get caught. It's perfect. Now these two are waiting on this one. Well, that's because the station is just spitting them out, so I think we'll be fine once we, you know, when it takes a minute to load up. But anyway, I think we may need another one of these guys. But the one who's responding, where are you? He's making his way over. As long as he doesn't get lost. I know in RollerCoaster Tycoon Vanilla there's a bug in the pathfinding algorithm for mechanics where they'll like walk into a queue line and then walk out, then walk into it again, and then walk out, and they just get trapped there for forever. It's so annoying. And it's hard to catch too. Oh, look at that rating. Jeez. Alright then. Open for business. Let's go. Woohoo! And some of these guys are broke. We need another ATM, I think. An ATM by the entrance. And I think we're going to want to build it into the mountainside. Or not the mountain, the sand dune. Yes. Ta-da! Cash machine 3. How are we doing with money? Uh-oh. $600 in September. $555 in October. Okay, so we're not going to overshoot it yet. I think we're still safe to keep going as we are. What have we unlocked? Motion simulator? That's so boring, though. Okay. We'll put it over here. Whatever. Switch this to Thrill Riders. Okay. Open. Based on the ratings, we can probably charge a few bucks for this. Let's try 4. To start with. Will people put up with this egregious price gouging? There's no one writing this. I'm not paying that much for Junior Roller Coaster 1. Okay, fine. Will you pay $8? That's the question. There's not enough people walking by, though. I think they're all making their way to the Woody. The exciting new shiny thing in the park. Speaking of which, I need to advertise this park again. Let's set it to the max duration so I don't have to think about it. Wooden Roller Coaster 1, the premier roller coaster of this park. Yes, sir. That was a lot of money. Oh, people are lining up again. That's good. How are we doing income-wise? We're making about $5,000 a month. Of course, the result after accounting for expenses is always in the red because we keep building stuff. I wonder if I take a minute to kind of just absorb all of this income, if we can earn it back? Pay it off? I don't know. What are we working on? Roller coaster again? Stop giving me roller coasters. Let me turn that off. We want more gentle rides, thrill rides, and maybe water rides? Maybe. Ah, Lachlan. Wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted. Let's build it over here, mixed in with the roller coaster. Or actually, no. Let me build it. I don't know. Where do I want this? Maybe across the river right here. This might be a good spot. Close that. Ba-ba-da-da-da. 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 Back is too tall. I added a space there because in my head, realistically, you wouldn't turn immediately after a drop unless it was banked, which isn't an option with these. Or I guess I guess it would be banked if it was a real park, so I shouldn't worry about it. It's just not a feature in this ancient RollerCoaster Tycoon game. Hey, my favorite of the merry-go-round songs is playing. Let's go. I think the language is Hungarian or German. I think it's spelled die, like D-E-I, but I think it's spelled D-A. And then I'm gonna totally botch this. Regimentskinder. Regimentskinder. Or something. Something European. I don't know, but a lot of those European musicians were absolute geniuses because this song is amazing. I love it. Why am I making this so long? What am I doing? I don't like this layout at all. Let's do something a little different. Let's, first of all, build this off the ground, as I always do. And this is supposed to be a pleasant boat ride with a few drops to scare the kids, so I don't know why I'm being so stingy with my flat and uninvolved pieces. Oh, that's too tall. Okay. Oh, that's too tall. Okay. Let's put a photo section here. Okay, we have to come up above this now. I love how that works. You have a regular curve, and then an S-bend, and then a curve. It just looks so flowy. That's a fun word. Flowy. I think this will be a good place to conclude, so let's drop the rest of the distance. Boom. In fact, why not? Let's put a turntable here, just to make it interesting. So every ride is different. Alright, let's go. Let's test this bad boy. How many boats we get? Let's make these a browner shade of brown. Or I guess they don't have to be brown. Let's make them white. Hey, white boats. Or painted white anyway. Unless they're like, I don't know, what kinds of wood are white colored? Some kinds of fresh pine? I don't know, cypress? Maybe cypress? I don't know. I know some kinds of wood have a very white color, but all I know are the wood colors from Minecraft mod packs and Vintage Story, which may not accurately reflect the color of the wood named in the games, so well, I don't know. I do know I can charge about 12 bucks for this as a new ride during its exciting yay new ride honeymoon period. Holy mess, what is that? Okay, I'll clean that up in a second. $12, I say. Okie daisy, hunky dory. Turn this up 350. Oh, dear me. Dear me. You people are messy. I think we need some benches out here. I'll bet the reverse roller coaster is partly to blame for this. So a few park benches for people to sit down and rest, let their stomachs recover. A bench on the bridge. I placed garbage cans everywhere, but I didn't think to place benches. Although I guess that's because at the time I placed the garbage cans, there weren't a lot of highly thrilling or nauseating rides yet. But now that there are, I should definitely add benches. So here we are. Benches for everybody. Everyone, everywhere. Come get your benches. I've been told a lot that I have really good commentary, but I feel like I'm being annoying. Is my commentary annoying, or am I just in a funny mood? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Sometimes I just have a lot of energy. Or no, that's the wrong word. I don't know what I have. I am tired, but my tiredness is manifesting as a kind of goofy hyperness. That's not a word. Hyperness? Hype? I don't know. Whatever word there is for that. I'm acting hyper. I'm acting weird. And my question, is it annoying? Is it funny? Let me know in the comments. I'll try to curb the annoying side, if it's annoying, next time, in the next video. But today you have to deal with it. Yes, you must. Simply because, you know, it can't give me feedback while I'm recording. I haven't seen it yet. So, a few more benches and we'll be set. And look at that, we are out earning what we spent. Woo! Our profit is oh no. We're gonna win organically soon if we're not careful. Which I guess isn't bad, but I had plans. I wanted to populate these areas first. I guess there's just too many guests in the park. Oh, I forgot. I was going to add like scenery to these rides, like supports and structures and stuff. So, let me do that in just a second. As soon as I finish with these garbage cans for our messy, littering guests. I think my handyman started cleaning and then walked one direction. Where? Oh, here he is. Yeah, you clean that mess up. It is bad back there. And I think that'll do it. So close all those. Are there any rides that guests think are too expensive to test run? What have I done? I forgot. Open. Okay. Aside from that, everything has riders, so we are set. Corkscrew roller coaster. Hey, let's go. Don't I have some personal pre-builts I saved in there? Nope, I do not. Maybe I should build one. Let's build a shuttle coaster. Question is where? We could build it out here, I suppose. Let's build it up a little bit. Have it go out over the water, that would be cool. Maybe a little bit shorter. We'll go half loop. Well, let's actually first do this. A little hill. Then the half loop. Corkscrew, not that way. Corkscrew right. Corkscrew right again. I said right again. Half loop. Then loop left. Photo section. Let me actually put it here. Now put the loop in. Left. 80 feet tall. Is that too much? I have no idea. We'll find out. 80 feet tall. I forgot my station as I always do. Why do I always forget the important bits? How long of a train do I get? 5 cars. I want it longer. It makes me use my whiny voice. Ah, but it's fine though. It's fine though. Whoops. Don't use that. Let's just see how this looks. Aye. Switch the mode. We get powered launch, really? Doesn't go very fast though. Reverse incline shuttle launch mode. I think that's what we want. I didn't turn this up, darn it. No. No, stop. Make it stop. Okay, it's pretty short, but it's not egregious. How much longer could I make this? Hold on. Let me test this. If I delete those. 6 cars. 7 cars. So I could make this 7 cars long, but to do that, well, that won't do. Let's make it 6 cars. Happy medium. Which means we need a spacer here. Does that work? I think that works. Anyway, now test with a longer train. And having a longer train means it'll probably have an easier time making it through the inversions. And hey, the ad campaigns have wrapped up. Okay. We're making about 8,000 or 9,000 per month. That's pretty good. Woohoo! Let's advertise again. for 12 weeks. Not 12 weeks. We don't have access to that. Corkscrew Roller Coaster 1, which is hilarious because it isn't finished. I said 12 weeks because in Open RCT2, you're able to do it for 12 weeks, but here in the vanilla game, we only have access to 6 weeks. Vertical G's looks good, looks good. What do we got? What have we got? Ooh, Topspin. The Vomit Machine. I'm actually use something a little different here. Let's go with green. Okay, we can do this to save it. But first I want to add some scenery to it. Let's grab some trees. Maybe a cedar of Lebanon, Caucasian fir tree. One of the cool things I got to see in Yosemite were the colossal sequoia trees. Literally so colossal, they are obscenely huge. They're not necessarily the tallest trees, like there's plenty of Douglas firs here in my home state of Washington that would, you know, easily be as tall as those sequoias. But good gracious, they're girthy. Like your mom. I mean, they're huge. They're very, very big trees. And to say I was impressed is an understatement. They're huge. Utterly gargantuan. Let's have a cute little flower garden here. We'll alternate the colors. I think this is lined up there, so... Where's that Caucasian fir? Or not the Caucasian, the Norway spruce. Or do I want a spruce tree or do I want a deciduous tree? Let's get a birch tree? And maybe an oak tree. Yeah, I like that. Or maybe this. This is fun. Now we have to decorate. What am I doing? I need to connect this with the main path. There we go. Oh, I didn't set the price yet. Turn this up. The whole reason I'm doing this is so I can save this as a reusable design I can use later in other scenarios. First, I gotta make it pretty. Or maybe I should leave this off? Maybe I'll save it twice, with and without the scenery. Speaking of which, I actually don't want all of these up front, because unlike OpenRCT2, you can't overlap the paths like that. So, maybe I'll get rid of these ones. With these stats, holy, I might be able to charge more than this. Let's go $15. Can't find the interest. Oh, I opened that and I forgot. Oh dear, I've been wasting its honeymoon period. Let me fix that. Oh gosh, what have I done to myself? I have denied myself a serious amount of cash. Okay, now they can find it. Let's go. Look at all these people trying to get to it. Let's go. Oh, I never turned this down. Oops. Turn that down to 4 seconds. Now this is open. People are paying through the nose, as they should. Yes. Now let's fence off this this little flower garden of sorts. Let's do these. Let's also surround this little tree, as well as this not so little tree. Nifty thrifty. Let's put fences here, just for effect. Oh, for goodness sake, let me pull that up just for the hell. What the? Aye, like that. Flat yourself. Flatten yourself, sir. Okay, that works. Get guests are complaining about the disgusting state of paths in my park. I'm not surprised. We are messy. I think we need to hire more of these guys. Okay, clean that up. And back to this. What are we going to paint it? We have a white train on a white track. That, I'm going to stand for that. Blue and white is fun. Should we go yellow? Red with white highlights. I think I like that. Red, white, and blue. My colors from my country. Woo! Let's go canvas? No. Abstract. I mean, this works. Alright. Let's name this. Reverberator. I don't even know if I spelled that right, but whatever. We are saving it. Which is this tab. Save track design. Now save it again with scenery. Nearby selection. It missed some of it. Am I able to... Oh, I can't drag it. It's going to make me click every little piece. Which means I can't make a mistake or we're in trouble. Also, unfortunately, you get to hear what my room sounds like now. Because, you know... there's no background game noise to hide it. Anyway, so I think, obviously we don't want these. Deselect. Deselect those. I think we got everything here with the flower bed. I don't think we missed any bits. And if we did and we can't see it, that means you can't see it when you build it. So that should be fine. Save. Oh, don't replace it. With scenery. Can I save with parentheses? There we go. Yep, that worked. Let's go. Reverberator. And now, if I look in here, we can find it. Reverberator with scenery and without. Beautiful. Oh, yes. So, yep, now I can use this in future playthroughs. Still hasn't been fixed. How many of these guys do we have? Oh, maybe it's just the park's too big. Anyway, we are doing well. Oh, we're getting close to winning. We don't want that. I don't want to win yet. That's not what I wanted. Let's get a little shrub garden here. Something like this. If you look really closely, I think these ones have red berries and these ones have blueberries. That's cute. Any cattails? Nah, no cattails. Anyway, I like it. We spent a bit of time there, maybe more than we needed to. Let's turn this down. Ooh, the Enterprise. Now, let me keep some of that money. Look at this. We have 10,000 still, and a little bit of money to spare. That means our park is cranking out profit out the wazoo. Let's grab that. Oh, and the top spin too, I forgot. Well, let's build the Enterprise first. Perhaps over here. Put the exit there. Ta-da! And this we can charge $5 for, or maybe even $8. I don't remember. Let me try 8. See if people will pay that. Any takers? Hey. Open. Hey, they will pay it. They will pay it. Let's go. But I am going to want some benches by the exit here. Because this is a vomit machine. Kind of like the top spin. Not as bad as the top spin, though. Speaking of which, let's build it. Question is where? Just go to spot as any, I suppose. Oh, I did it. Ha! Darn it. I didn't mean to win so soon. But that doesn't mean we have to stop. We are still playing. Still playing today. So let's connect that. Boop. Although I should save real quick. Because, as I understand, Vanilla. There we go, save that. There is no autosave in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 Vanilla. I think OpenRCT2 introduced an autosave, but this doesn't have it. So, we don't want to lose our... hold on a minute. Beginner's mode, whatever. Actually, no. I get to charge more if it's on Berserk mode. So, Berserk mode... What was I saying? I still have a bit of money, some time left for the advertisements. Let me just flesh out this area, then we'll call it a day. I have been recording for 1 hour and 20 minutes, so we are about double what the original recording was, if I remember correctly how long it was. Because I didn't do the cheeky trick I did in the other one. Hey, nice scores. Let's turn this, not down, turn this up a lot. Let's say $12? Will people put up with that? Let's find out. Or is that asking too much? Give me all of your money! Yes. Woo! Turn that down. Nobody in queue line. Not surprising. I'm not paying that much to go on top spin. Okay, fine. You got me. I'm being greedy. Let's try $8. Okay, that person's broke. What about Mr. Orange Shirt? No, I went past it. No. Someone write it, please. You know you want it. Okay, so someone's willing to pay for it. There we have it. Turn that down again. And what a successful park. We are cranking out cash so fast. We have this gap here. I left that there on purpose because I want to build a barn. A barn to live in. Because I am an uncivilized savage and I need a barn to live in. Let's go white. We'll maybe have the entrance to the barn back here. I don't think we have barn doors, unfortunately, so let's make this mostly symmetrical. Maybe one window there. Or no window. Maybe they'll have where the feed is stacked up or something. But yeah, I don't think I have barn doors, so we're just going to leave the front a big open gap. Now, hold control. I can't believe I've played this game for over 20 years and I didn't know you could do this until like a couple months ago. You hold control. First of all, you put your cursor over the piece you want to emulate the height of. Press control. Now everything is the same height. And oh, what a time saver. How did I not know this for so long? Oh, I'm so goofy. Build across like this. I think the same applies for RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 and Planet Coaster, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, not there. I think I want to add some windows up here, so maybe one there, one there, one there, and one there, just to break it up, just to make it more interesting to look at. And unfortunately, this doesn't have sides, so we're going to use a different roof style. Oh, this works. Actually, what shade is this? Oh, I don't want that one. Oh, we do want that one, actually. Okay. I just had to change the orientation. But this is a darker brown, though. Ah, whatever. I am overthinking it. Let's just, rotate. Stop coughing on the ground. Disgusting. Now, let's do this. Or rather, let's do the cheaper thing. And, give me that. Grab this. Oh, no, grab this. There we go. There we go, governor. Oh, that doesn't work. We're going to cover up this side here. It's so fast and easy with this simple little trick. How did I never know this? And then grab the gray shingles again. Rotate. Boom. Barn. Done. Let's go. Let's go! Woo! And for the last time, I forgot I was going to do this. How many times will I forget before I remember to do it? And I never colored this roller coaster. What a goofy color scheme. Let me change it. Do I want the... maybe I want a brown. Let's go with a brighter brown. Okay, there we go. Yes. With a white track. White and maroon? No. Yellow? No, I don't want ketchup and mustard. No! Not that color. Hey, that's kind of cool. Not what I have in mind, though. Oh, this works. This works! Okay, now I can grab this, give it the same shade of brown, and we can get to work. Yes, sir. Something I've been thinking about. I know I've asked multiple times over the life of my channel, and most of the time, most people say to keep it all in one place. But I have two forms of content right now. RollerCoaster Tycoon / Planet Coaster, or just roller coaster content, and Vintage Story. Now my question is, should I start a separate channel dedicated solely to Vintage Story? The reason I ask that is I think most of my subscribers, most of you, are fans of the roller coaster content, and you don't, I assume you don't appreciate having your notifications constantly blown up with Vintage Story stuff. But what this means is not just for your own convenience, but when YouTube recommends you something you're not interested in watching and you don't watch it, that's a signal to YouTube to not recommend it to other people. So if YouTube is recommending to you my Vintage Story content because you've watched my videos before, so it goes, oh, content from the same creator, here you go, and then you don't watch it, it effectively neuters my, my channel's ability to grow. So that has me wondering if maybe I should separate it to a separate channel. And it would kind of mean starting over somewhat for Vintage Story anyway. I imagine, I would just tell you, it's like, hey, the channel, Vintage Story content moved, yay, head over here and subscribe there to watch it. Of course, not everyone will do that, so I imagine it will severely reduce the views, the regular views that I get from Vintage Story, but that may be a necessary price to pay. Because from what I've seen, it seems like my channel is growing slower than it should be. At least for the content that's being produced on it. Like I see colleagues producing Vintage Story content, such as Solston. Solston is a great content creator. Go check out his videos. They are literally the best. Arguably the best Vintage Story videos out there. But anyway, let me not gush over his content. His videos, if you look at his sub count, when he had about 10,000 subscribers, his Vintage Story videos were routinely getting at least 10,000 views over the course of their lifetime. Like maybe in the first day, 5,000, the next day another 2,000, and then over a month it gets to 10,000, but you get the idea. My videos seldom make it to 3,000. But I have 7,000 subscribers right now. So that has me thinking, well, clearly, obviously that's partly because my fans are divided between the two games. But I wonder if another part of it is I am shooting myself in the foot by producing content on two very different games on the same channel. So that has me very seriously considering that even though I'll basically have to start over and it'll be kind of slow at the start, in the long term, maybe if I start a separate channel dedicated solely to Vintage Story, that channel will grow quickly and maybe even outgrow this channel for all I know. Who knows? So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. If anyone in the comments is a YouTuber and has any experience with this, please share your experience. I see famous Minecraft YouTubers like Green or Good Times to Scar, and they separate their content. Like they have their main channel, but instead of putting their highlights and their clips on the main channel, they put it on a separate clips or highlights channel. And they clearly know something I don't, so maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe I should be doing that as well. If I have a different style of content, not the people interested in watching my super long RollerCoaster Tycoon Let's Plays may not be the same kind of people who are interested in watching a 40-minute Vintage Story video. I'm sure there's some overlap. I see some of you in the comments of both. But for the most part, I have a suspicion that I need to break it up into multiple channels, which would be frustrating and difficult. But hey, maybe that's just what I need to do. And that's okay. I'm willing to take that sacrifice if that's what I need to do for the success and longevity of my channel on both sides. Because the same thing goes both ways. You RollerCoaster Tycoon fans, when you see a Vintage Story video recommended to you and you don't watch it, that kills the Vintage Story video. And you vintage story fans, you know firsthand that I produce more roller coaster content than I do vintage story content, just because it's easier to produce it more quickly. So, naturally, when YouTube recommends you a bunch of RollerCoaster Tycoon videos, and you don't watch them, that means that less people who would be interested in RollerCoaster Tycoon, they don't get to see it, because YouTube gets the idea, oh, less people are interested in this video, let's stop pushing it to people so we don't annoy them with YouTube's objective is to maximize viewer satisfaction. And if you don't click on something, that's a signal to YouTube's like, oh, that's not what you're interested in. And it takes a guess as to, long story short, it means the video has less reach. And for me as a YouTuber, that's bad. That's not a good thing. So it might be good to separate it by force. To separate it into a different channel so you can't be recommended stuff you don't like because you've never seen it. Or like, for example, if you were a fan of RollerCoaster Tycoon, and this channel stops producing vintage story content, eventually you're going to stop seeing recommendations for it. But if you're a vintage story fan, and you watch my vintage story videos, you will keep seeing those recommendations, and those recommendations won't be killed, or YouTube will still push the video content, because it's not getting corrupted by people seeing recommendations for the other game. That's a lot of words to describe that. I think you get the idea. I'm torn, because I don't want to start over, but maybe that's just what I need to do. And I won't be really starting over. I'll just put a bunch of community posts saying, hey, my vintage story content has moved. Come check it out over here. But then there is another dilemma. Do I take down all of my vintage story videos on this channel and re-upload them? I don't know. Or do I just continue where I left off as if nothing happened, and then people who look back through the history of my channel, the first of the new channel, if I do a new vintage story channel, and the first upload is episode 4 of vintage story of my current series. That would be kind of weird. Ooh, a new ride. What's this one? Oh, that's a tractor ride. I don't want to build that. Anyway, I think I've rambled enough. Let's spruce this place up a little bit with some greenery, namely palm trees. Maybe some tall ones. And once that's done, I think we are good to call it a day. So, just a few more of these real quick. Do I have my balloons yet? No. Sadness. Oh, it's because I turned it off. No! I forgot! I turned it off. I prevented myself from unlocking balloons. How silly. How silly of me. Ah, well. But anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. It has been a long time, and it is so good to be back. I am having a blast, and I'm so excited to produce more content just like this. And all of you vintage story fans, those of you who are also fans of RollerCoaster Tycoon, otherwise you wouldn't be here, just rest assured, your content is coming back soon. So until then, I'll see you next time. So have a good one, everyone.